Have you tried to buy a graphics card recently? If not, maybe you've attempted to get your hands on a PS5, Xbox Series X, a new pair of Nikes, or a pack of Pokemon cards. In any of these cases, chances are you had a hard time finding them from reputable sources. However, when searching on sites like eBay, you are able to find plenty of listings with extremely inflated prices. This phenomenon is known as scalping, where an extremely anticipated product is released and quickly bought up by resellers, who flip the products for massive profit. Scalpers exist in all communities, but especially in those with limited edition and collectible items. Because of this, they flourish in the Disney Parks community.
A whole new Disney World.
The Disney Parks are always releasing new merchandise, as that's one of their main ways of making money off of guests. Every new attraction opening, holiday, and special event is met with a huge wave of souvenirs guests can buy to remember their trip. It's actually a pretty ingenious scheme if you think about it. Disney convinces you to visit the park to see the limited time offerings. And when you get there, you're surrounded by merchandise that you can only buy at that specific place at that specific time. They've utilized your inherent fear of missing out to sell you not only a ticket, but also specialty merchandise. While this tactic makes a lot of money for Disney, it also makes a lot of money for scalpers. If you were an annual pass holder who could visit the parks anytime you wanted, you could go just to buy this specialty merchandise. Since Disney has such a ravenous fan base, this merchandise will be extremely in demand, with more people wanting to buy it than can visit the park while the event is being held. So, being in the position that you are, you can hop in your car, take a day trip to Disney, and buy 30 or so of these extremely in-demand products. Then, you can drive back home and list them on eBay for 3 times their original price. Even at these extremely inflated prices, people will still buy them. That's because this is the only way to get most Disney Parks merchandise outside of visiting the parks themselves. Even though Disney could sell these products on their website and sell just as many, if not more, they don't. That's because this limited edition merchandise has become part of the draw to these special events. Many guests see the opportunity to purchase these products as another excuse to visit the parks. Once Disney has gotten them into the park, they're likely to spend money not only on that specific item, but also food, drinks, and other pieces of merchandise that could catch their eye. Ironically, by making their product more available to purchase, Disney would be losing money. Even though many of the people who want the merchandise will be able to go to the parks to get it, there will still be many who are unable to do so, meaning there will always be a market for scalped theme park merchandise. Noticing this pattern, many annual pass holders have entered into the business of reselling limited edition merchandise. They stalk the Disney news outlets to find out when new merchandise is going to drop, then head out to the parks on the day of release. They quickly pop in to buy as much of it as they can, then go home and make a ton of money selling it online. At least, that's what they try to do. Sometimes, when it comes to extremely popular items, or at least items that scalpers think will be popular, they all show up at once, causing incredibly long lines and clearing out stock. The most recent example of this occurred on January 14th, 2022. It was the first day of the International Festival of the Arts at Epcot, and like any festival, its start came with the release of new merchandise. There were Spirit jerseys, tumblers, hats, anything you could imagine. However, one item in particular drew the attention of scalpers everywhere. At the Pop Eats booth in the World Showcase, you could purchase a limited edition popcorn bucket in the shape of everyone's favorite purple dragon, Figment. This product really wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Figment is the icon of the festival, and he appears on most of its merchandise every year. But for some reason, every scalper in Central Florida decided to show up to the Pop Eats booth at the same time, leading to the formation of a 7-hour-long line before the park even opened. That's longer than the combined wait time of every attraction in the park that day. While waiting in line, many of the scalpers created eBay listings for the product they didn't even have yet. After getting through the line, these resellers could be seen carrying huge bags full of Figment buckets, ready to be resold at 4 times their value. At the time I'm writing this video, it's been 3 days since the popcorn bucket was released, and it's already sold out. Looking on eBay, these $25 popcorn buckets are consistently selling for over $100. This is by far the worst scalping has ever been in the Disney parks, and I don't think things will change anytime soon. It's fair to say that Disney is largely at fault for the scalping problem at their parks. They intentionally limit the availability of these highly in-demand items, preventing many who want them from purchasing them. At the same time, they allow scalpers to buy huge quantities of these products, causing them to go out of stock before regular guests can get them. Limiting guests to 1 or 2 of these items per person would be extremely easy, yet they don't do it. There have been rumors floating around for years that Disney may start revoking the annual passes of people they catch reselling merchandise, but that seems unlikely to me. I don't think the higher-ups at Disney actually care about resellers. As long as they sell the item and make money off of it, they couldn't care less what happens to it afterward. This may sound cynical, but that's unfortunately how the current executives have been running the parks recently. They've been making cut after cut to guest experience, and will continue to do so until people stop coming. They continue to place an emphasis on profits and sales over consumer satisfaction. But hey, what do you expect when your CEO used to be the president of consumer products? I didn't expect this video to take such a negative turn, but I've just been very dissatisfied with how the Disney parks have been managed recently. Hopefully something will change soon, and we'll see more of a focus on guest experience rather than how much money can be wrung out of them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully in a more positive video.